Nikki, are you there? I need to speak with you about something. I assume that you've heard about my marriage from somewhere, right?
Oh, hello, Joe. Yes, I did. I heard about it from another person in the department. Congratulations on the marriage, Joe.
Even though you're congratulating me right now, I can't help but detect a hint of sarcasm behind what you're saying. It's just funny how someone like you, someone who stole Connor away from me, is able to congratulate me without causing drama.
I don't know how many times I have to say this to you, Joe. I didn't steal Connor away from you. I married Connor around the same time that we were all interacting together, but you weren't dating him then, were you? However, suddenly, after my marriage to him, you started getting angry and said that you liked him more than I did and that I stole him away from you.
Well, if it weren't for you interfering with us, I would have been able to start dating him sooner. I was the one that should have been getting married to Connor. You're nothing but a predatory woman to me. All you do is steal men from women.
That's not anywhere near the truth, Joe.
Well, after all that nonsense, I'm finally getting married to another man anyways. I'm telling you this now. I didn't compromise with another man because I couldn't get Connor back, just so you know. I found a man who's way better and more handsome than Connor. My fiancé just so happens to be a manager of a company, so of course he's better than Connor.
Well, that's actually great. Good for you, Joe. A huge congratulations to you and your upcoming nuptials.
Well, duh. Of course I know it's great, Nikki. I knew I could get myself a successful man. That's why I intend on giving you a special invitation to the wedding. So because of that, please be sure you can attend the ceremony. You need to be there to watch me get married.
Is this for real? But shouldn't people from work be invited to the wedding as well? That's what I've heard from other people.
I don't think I'm going to call people from work to tell them to come to my wedding. After all, the groom is a company manager. Everyone will just be super jealous of me marrying him, so what's the point in inviting them to something they aren't going to celebrate anyways?
But I don't get why you would do that. I don't think people would be jealous. I think they'd want to celebrate. I don't understand why I'm the only one from work who's invited.
It's already been decided, okay? So that's it. You should show off your victory in this. You should feel special.
What? I don't get what you mean.
I want to show you how happy I am to you. The one who stole Connor from me. Of course you can invite your husband to the ceremony too. Connor is such an idiot. He threw me away like trash and chose you, who is only young and has no merits. I'll show him the fish he missed out on reeling in.
What the heck are you on about, Joe? Why are you speaking about us like this?
I got wind that Connor's work doesn't see him be going very well. Even though you took the opportunity to become independent from the company after marrying him. And now he's making you live with your mother. Connor really is an idiot if I'm being honest. If you just had let me marry him, you wouldn't be going down such a crappy pathway.
I'm not unhappy with Connor, and I don't think he's unhappy with me either. We really enjoy living together as a couple, and we have a lot of fun and joy in our lives.
You know, it's no use trying to desperately appeal your happiness. It's such a waste of conversation. It's a huge victory for me that I'm getting to marry a man who is way better than Connor, and that's many times over. So, I'll send you an invitation later, so please make sure you both come to the ceremony. Of course, that is an order. You've got no choice but to listen to your boss and come to my wedding ceremony. I want to see you both in a seat at the venue.
Hey, Nikki. How are you doing? An invitation to Jill's wedding ceremony just got delivered to you. But I don't get why my name is also on the invitation as well as yours. Does this mean I should come to her wedding too?
Oh my god. She actually wasn't joking about sending me an invitation. This is just great, and both of us are on it. Ugh.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Didn't I tell you the other day that Jill's wedding date has been decided? Actually, at that time I was talking with her, she said that she wanted both of us there at the ceremony. She wants to sell how happy she is to us, especially to you, Connor. It's so weird.
What's that supposed to mean? What does she mean by sell her happiness to us?
She wants to prove that she's happy, but she still has some ties to you. She has been in love with you for a long time, and then her subordinate, that's me, goes and apparently steals you from her. But you didn't choose her and got with me instead because I was younger than her. And she basically turned around and called you stupid.
You've got to be kidding me right now. Nikki, what is with her? I can't believe this. Is she still saying things like that after all this time?
I've also been hiding what she's been saying for a long time. It makes it tough to go to work and be around her. I'm the only one who has a strong sense of success in the office. But now I just want to give up all my work. Now I'm doing about 80% of Jill's work, which is sales. It sucks.
Are you serious? But I thought that the jobs that you both do was to do with managing internal systems, right? Even though it's a busy department with not many people, you shouldn't be doing so much. So, you're also doing some of Jill's work as well as your own?
I try to warn Jill several times about what she's doing in the office, but she won't take the time to understand me at all. She said she couldn't do as much work because of how I stole you from her. That's why I should take on some more responsibilities and do the work.
Nikki, that's insane. That's not how a workplace should be managed. That's not fair to you.
But lately, she seems to be in a really good mood, so she stopped giving me an unreasonable amount of work. I was wondering what happened, but I didn't expect that it was because she's about to get married to some guy. And on top of that, the person she seems to be getting married to is a great company manager. Apparently someone who's 10 times better than you.
Oh, okay. That's kind of crazy. So she wants to show us what she treasures the most?
Yeah, something like that. I can't refuse the invitation because I'm under her at work and she's my boss. I don't want to go alone. I'm sorry, but could you come with me?
Of course, Nikki, we can go together. It's no problem. If you want to show her how happy we are, we can do that too. Let's congratulate the happy couple on their special day with smiles and just be adults about all of this.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing we can do. What about your job? Will they be okay with it? I noticed that you've been having a lot of work meetings fall on the weekend lately.
That's okay. We should be fine with it. I've recently gained a lot of overseas clients, so every single one of them understands that I need to prioritize my private life over work sometimes. Even if I told them that I have been invited to a wedding and would have to change the meeting times, they'd reply in seconds. I can reschedule our meetings for a different time so we can go and enjoy the wedding together.
Wow, that's great, Connor.
I mean, it's thanks to you for giving me such good advice about work. You told me that it would be better to expand our customer base overseas, which is why we're in such a good position today.
But I only gave just a little bit of advice to you. And your web designs received a high amount of praise from a lot of people overseas. The most amazing thing about this is that you were able to get everything back on track and become successful. Well, because of that too, I don't have the best track record with Jill, and so she misunderstands what I say to her a lot.
What do you mean she misunderstands you?
Actually, she seems to think that your work isn't going well at all. She doesn't seem impressed by what you do. It seems that she's unaware of your overseas clients and your achievements.
Well, let her misunderstand that then. It doesn't matter. I'm sure she'd still fall in love with her groom, even if I was a failure. Then she won't be paying attention to us anymore. Maybe all the harassment she's been giving you will stop.
I hope so. I'm so frustrated about the whole thing. You're working so hard at your work. Even though we live with my mother as she has poor mobility, I can't believe Jill would turn around and call you a failure.
The people that wish to understand do understand us, so everyone else doesn't matter. What if she finds out that we're living a happy life? I don't know what Jill's man would do if he found out she was in love with me once. My job is going well. I have a really cute wife, and my mother-in-law's lovely and is an amazing cook. What's not to love? I think I made the best decision in marrying you.
Aw, thank you, Connor. You're so sweet and kind. I really needed to hear that. Well then, can you please read the wedding invitation and circle that we're going to attend, please? Let's go and celebrate Jill's wedding together on their special day. Hey, we need to have a little chat. You better answer me, Nikki. No matter how much you regret my happiness, canceling at the last minute is a terrible thing, isn't it? Plus, you had to go and lie that your mother collapsed. I didn't lie about that, it's true. She actually collapsed. It was early this morning, just before we were about to leave, that she collapsed. She hit her head pretty hard in the fall, so she was rushed to the hospital to be tested for a concussion.
What the heck? So did you end up calling for an ambulance? If you did and she's being looked after, then you both can come straight to the wedding venue, please. I mean, like, right now. It's not like she's gone forever, and you've got other priorities at the moment, so you need to get here now.
Are you for real, Jill? Do you really think I would prioritize you over my own mother? Do you realize that my mother hasn't regained consciousness yet?
If her heart is still beating, then surely she'll open her eyes in no time at all. I don't see what the problem is. You both need to leave the hospital and get over to the wedding venue immediately. I want you to hurry up and see for yourselves how happy I am with my man.
Well, I'm sorry, but we'll not be coming to your wedding. Not now that my mother's in the hospital. I can't be happy and celebrate someone's wedding day if my mother has collapsed and won't open her eyes.
Well, you say that, but it's really because you don't want to see me happy, isn't it? I'm talking about being selfish much, Nikki. If you don't come to my wedding today, then you've left me no choice but to fire you.
Are you serious, Jill? You're going to fire me over this?
Not only did you steal Connor away from me, but you've ruined my entire wedding and how it was supposed to go. I'll have the pleasure in firing such a smart aleck subordinate. You're fired.
This is way too much. You can't just do this to me over a message.
Oh, shut up, would you? If you don't want it to happen, then get over here right now.
Would you please stop treating me like this? It isn't fair. How much longer do I have to live with you being so unreasonable towards me?
What? Me? Unreasonable to you? Don't say such rubbish.
You do, even when I never stole Connor from you. I didn't even know that you had a crush on him. I was harassed at work every day, and then you go on complaining about me afterwards. And if I don't show up to your wedding, I could get fired? I can't just abandon my mother in the emergency room. She needs someone to be there when she wakes up. She's hurt, for crying out loud.
I don't care. If you can't show up to my wedding, you're fired from your job. From tomorrow, you can pack up your things from your desk and never step foot in the office ever again.
Okay then, that's fine.
You're going to live to regret the decisions you've made today.
Okay, you keep telling yourself that, Jill. Even if I regret getting fired, at least I'll never know truly what I did wrong, which is nothing. Even if you come crying to me later about what's going on, I'm not going to help you.
What are you even talking about, Nikki? Why would I come crying for you? You need to submit your resignation letter to the company immediately. Hey, you, Nikki, why didn't you come back to work? I just got back from my honeymoon and I brought souvenirs. If you don't come by the office soon, I won't be able to give you one.
I've already resigned from my position at the company, so I can no longer come to the office. I don't need any souvenirs, so please give it to someone else.
What? Really? When did you resign from your job?
When you were off on your honeymoon. Since I didn't show up to your wedding, you told me to hand in my resignation letter. So I did what you told me to do, and I handed it in.
Really? Are you lying? Did you actually do that? That's just a thing I said that meant nothing. It's almost like it came out of nowhere. So who's going to be doing my job now?
Well, I don't know who'll be doing that. How about you try doing some of your work yourself instead of someone else?
Are you kidding me, Nikki? You can't talk to your own boss like that. Watch your attitude.
I don't need to because you're not my boss anymore, remember? I quit my job at the company.
Oh, really? Is that so? That's fine by me. I wonder if the company will run as smoothly without you. If I can't ask you to do my job for me, I'll just ask someone to do my work. All right, of course. If that's the case, I'll give my work to other departments in the company. With my authority as a manager, I will ask another company to do some of the work for me. Actually, my husband works for a systems company. He's good at working with difficult system management stuff.
I can't believe you're giving out your own work for outside companies to do. What kind of work are you doing if you're handing off all the stuff you're supposed to do?
Well, all I've got to do is pretend that I'm working really hard. Once I got married, I lost all motivation to work. The important thing here is how quickly I can return to my sweet husband.
I still can't believe you can't just do this to other people.
That's why all the work in our department is outsourced to my sweet husband's company. Then his company sales will increase, and I can work easily and not have to do so much.
I'm so stunned by all of this that I've got nothing to say. I'm no longer your subordinate, so it doesn't matter to me what you do. Besides, it would be nice if your darling husband signed an order contract. My system is too complicated, so I think I'll turn it down.
There's no way my husband would refuse, especially for the sake of his sales. Maybe I should be sneaky and increase the contract amount. Hey, answer your phone, Nikki. What on earth is going on? My husband can't accept orders to manage a system. He says he can't move at all without his predecessor.
Well, that's why I told you that it would be rejected. Basically, you're completely devoted to screwing me over. I did most of the system administration for our company. I then resigned without someone taking over. As I expected, there's nothing to take over, so it would be reckless to let an outside company into our system.
Well, the company can afford that without having to take over anything, because it specializes in system management.
However, our system management is quite complex. On top of that, there are only a few people there and the work is huge, and now you're giving it away to outside companies. And then you turn the work down as it's too complicated and requires too much work. That's why we have this department. If you're the manager, you should know that, right?
Excuse me?
Well, there's no way you would know then. The work you left to me whilst you sat in your chair all day doing nothing. That's why everyone in the department created an automation program that was led by me, as we could reduce the amount of work we needed to do. But then, you went and fired me, so they don't know what to do anymore. I feel so sorry for the people in your department, but I had to resign completely. The company system is almost non-functional.
So what will happen to this department from now on?
Well, you're going to have to handle almost all the system management work from now on. There's no reason why a boss can't do the job that a subordinate can do. Of course you can do it, right?
That's impossible. I can't do all that work. I'm not good at this kind of thing. I just boasted to the people around me so that I could get promoted. I can't manage these systems.
Then you'll need to ask your husband for help, won't you? Tell him you don't know how to do your job because you handed all the work off to the people under you. And that you can't do it all by yourself, so you need to make an order with him so he can do it.
But I can't do that. I can't just go and tell him all those things. I don't know what he's going to think of me if I tell him what I've actually been doing at work.
Then I don't know. I told you not to come running to me for help. I don't need this crap from you after how you treat me at work.
But you can't just leave me here to deal with all this mess. You need to come back to work and help me out. My husband is going to get so angry with me.
There's no way I'm helping you after the way you've treated me and what you've said about Connor. So, if you'll excuse me, I've got other things that need attending to. Good luck with managing the office system. After that, the people in the department wanted me to come back, otherwise they would quit. Jill was so ashamed that she came over to my house and begged for forgiveness. Eventually, the people from higher up were brought in to clean up her mess. They told me I don't have to come back, but to take over Jill's job, and they said I'd be compensated. I went there for just a few days to help with the handover. During that time, Jill was banned from seeing me and was confined to her house. When she returned, she was told to take responsibility for what she did, and she was fired. Also, her husband wanted a divorce once he found out everything, and now she's lost everything. She cried until she couldn't anymore, but it was too late. The damage was done.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey Talia, I was just wondering if I could use your laptop when I get back home from school? I told a friend that I would be online tonight and I need to use it.
You mean you want to use my laptop to play a game with your friends?
That's right. There's this really popular game at school right now that everyone is playing. You're on teams with your friends and you go around and shoot the other team.
Oh yeah, I think I might know what kind of game you're talking about. Those are kind of hard, but they can be fun to play too.
Well, literally everyone at my school is playing it, and I told a friend that I would get online to play in tonight. So please, can you let me borrow your laptop?
I really am sorry about this, Farah, but I'm afraid that I can't lend you my laptop.
What? Are you serious? Why not? I promise that I'll only be on it for a few hours.
Well, the thing is that my laptop is for work, and it's not meant to be used by anyone else. not only that, we're not supposed to be downloading really big games like that on the laptop anyways. But, more importantly, the end of the month is a really busy time for the company, so I'll be working until late, and that's why I can't lend you my laptop.
But I really, really want to play this game. I already told my friend that I'd be getting online tonight. Not only that, but I actually just transferred out of a class with that friend, so this is the only chance we'll have to hang out later. Please, everyone at school is playing it and I don't want to feel left out.
Well, if that's the case, maybe you should go and ask your parents if you can borrow their laptop or something.
What are you talking about, Talia? You know that my parents don't own laptops. They only have phones.
Oh, right. I guess I forgot about that. But why did you tell your friend that you'd be on if you didn't have a laptop of your own to play on?
Well, because I thought that I'd just be able to borrow yours and that it wouldn't be a big deal. I didn't think that you'd actually tell me that I can't use it.
Well, I don't really think that should be my fault.
How could you do this to your own niece? Don't you love me? Don't you want me to have fun? Please, I need to get on the game so that I can level my character up and brag to all my friends about it. I told my friend that I was at the top of the leaderboards for the past 5 years.
Wait, really? You mean that even though your parents don't have a computer, you've been playing the game for 5 years?
What can I say? We kids have our ways of getting what we want. So I recommend that you do just as I say and hand over your laptop. Don't you think that you already spend enough time on that laptop of yours anyway?
Well, I use my laptop to do work, so it's not like I'm playing games or browsing the internet. Farah, I understand you wanting to make friends with your classmates, but there's no need to lie. Anyways, I think you should go and tell your friends that you don't have a laptop to play the game on.
You're useless. Do you know that? Why can't you just shut up and do as I say? Look, when I get back from school, I'm going to use your laptop. Do you understand me?
Nadia, are you there? Please, I need you to come home right away. I can't work like this.
Talia, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Your daughter keeps asking me to borrow my laptop even though I told her no several times now. I've told her that it doesn't belong to me and it belongs to my work, but she refuses to listen. And ever since she got back from school, she's been pounding on my office door demanding to use it.
What in the world is going on over there? And why does Farah want to borrow your laptop so badly in the first place?
Well, I guess that she wants to play this game that's getting popular at school with a friend of hers. But I guess she thought she was going to be able to use my laptop when she told this friend that she was going to get online tonight. Although I told Farah that not only is she not supposed to be playing games on my laptop, but that I need to work tonight. And no matter how many times I try to explain all of this to her, she just refuses to listen to me.
I see. Well, sounds to me like you're being quite the bully. Why are you trying to keep a little girl from playing with her friends? She's already in middle school. It's not like she doesn't know how to use a laptop, so you don't have to worry about her deleting any files or anything like that.
It's not the point. The point is that this laptop is very important for my work, and I really don't want to be taking any risks with it at all.
Okay, sure, but don't you have 2 laptops? I don't see why you can't just lend the other one that you have to Farah.
I'm sorry, but both of those laptops are for my work and nothing else. I literally make my living with those machines, which includes the rent that I pay for this place and the money that I put into our food and utilities. So I will kindly ask you to remember that ever since you lost your job in the corporate restructure at your work, that I've been the one paying for everything for all of us, for our food, clothes, even Farah's school supplies.
So now the truth finally comes out. This isn't about Farah at all. This is just about you trying to lord your power over us. Is that it? All of you know that my husband is working very, very hard to try and find a new job right now.
I am sure that he's trying, but he's been trying for a long time now, and has very little to show for it. I mean, you all have been living with me in my house for the past 6 months now.
And just why are you saying that it's a bad thing, huh? You have no idea how difficult this has been for us as well. It's been so difficult to find a company that's going to be a right match, and we just didn't expect the news about the embezzling we did to spread so far so quickly.
But you see how you set this up for yourself, right? I mean, you were the one stealing all kinds of office supplies when it was time to go home.
But it's not like we were stealing from the company that much. I didn't think anyone would even notice. And I certainly didn't think that it would make finding a second job this hard. I didn't even think that we'd be fired.
Well, I don't really know what you want me to say to that. I mean, of course you shouldn't steal from work. I don't care if you were just trying to save money at home. Now you don't have any money.
Shut up! Don't you think that I've already thought long and hard about all of this? Don't you see that we're working to fix all of this? We're always standing in line at the temp agency just waiting for some work to come through. Do you know that we won't even have enough money to buy Farah a birthday present? So please, the least that you can do for that poor little girl is to let her use your laptop.
Look, I'm already doing you guys a huge favor by looking after her while I work from home. So I don't think that it's fair for you to tell me to give her the things that I need to do in order to work. If I lend her my laptop, then I am not going to be able to work as fast as I need to. Do you not understand that?
But don't you know that kids can make money on games nowadays? What if Farah is actually so good at this game that she can turn it into a career? If she started to win money from playing her video games, then I promise that I would give you some money from her as a way of saying thank you.
Look, I really don't have time to put up with all of this. Can you please come back home? Because I really need you to take care of Farah and tell her to stop banging on my door. If this doesn't stop, then I think we might need to rethink you all staying with me.
Now, hold on just a second. You're really saying that you're going to kick all of us out on the streets because my daughter is being a bit of a brat? Besides, I can't come home early. Farah still doesn't know about what happened to our jobs.
Hold on a second. Are you serious? Is this a joke? Have you two seriously said nothing to her?
She is still in middle school. I don't want to upset her at this delicate time. There is no way I would be able to tell her that her mom and dad don't have jobs. I still can't believe that you actually just threatened to kick us out like this. I thought that we were family. You're not even human anymore. But fine then. If you want me to go home, then I'll go back home, and I'll have to explain to my daughter that she can't even play an hour of games thanks to you. You're the worst. Do you know that? It's all your fault that I lost out on my chance to play with my friends. I finally thought that I would be able to make some new friends from school by playing on this game, and now I'll be left out of all the conversation on the playground.
Farah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you refused to let me use even one of your laptops. I got in a fight with a kid at school today thanks to you. She questioned how I could be at the top of the game's leaderboards if I don't even have a computer. And then I got told that nobody is going to want to play with me since I'm a liar. I'll have to transfer to a new class again. This is all your fault. You're horrible.
I'm sorry, but this is your fault for lying to your friends about this game.
Shut up. You're the nerd who's always on your computer all day. I thought that you'd understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, Farah, this is the second time you said something like this. What is it that you think I'm doing on my computer all day? Because I don't get why you think I'm some kind of shut-in nerd.
Of course you are. You spend all day on your laptop, so I don't know what else I would call someone like you. Even my mom was talking about how you do nothing for this family besides stay at home all day on your computer.
Did your mom really say all of that to you?
That's right. In fact, I went to go tell my mom about how you wouldn't let me borrow your laptop, and she said she's going to get me one of my own. She told me that it would be an early birthday present, and that if she gave it to me now, that I wouldn't get anything else this year. But of course, my mom is still getting me the laptop, unlike you. She's always trying to give me what I ask for, no matter the price. Except, she also told me that this might be the last big gift that I get from her, since she says that her and Dad have to spend all their money to compensate for you sitting around the house and doing nothing.
That sister of mine really knows how to run her mouth, doesn't she?
Did you really think that I was buying it when you said that you use your laptops for work? I know that you just spend all day in your office playing games all the time. You moved into this house with us just so that you could take advantage of our generosity. And then when I ask for the tiniest of favors, you refuse me. I really just can't stand you. You really piss me off. Do you know that?
Oh, well, you know what? That's funny because I have half a mind to say the exact same thing about you and your family.
What are you talking about? We've been nothing but generous to you. You're being the freeloader. Why don't you just leave the house and leave my family alone?
This is my house, and I will not be leaving.
You're such a bully. All I wanted was to play a little on your computer, and you have to act this way towards me? Well, nobody wants you here anymore. In fact, I've made sure that you can't ever lie about doing work to me again.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that? What did you do?
I smashed up your laptops. Or rather, I should say that I'm just finished smashing them all up.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I guess I just lucked out with you deciding to stop out for a little today.
Did you really do all of this because I wouldn't let you use my laptop?
Of course, you were acting so high and mighty and so self-important with your job, so I just knew that I had to teach you a lesson, and I did, with a baseball bat.
Farah, I hope you know that you're in big trouble. I was already at the limits of my patience, but now you've gone way too far. I am sick of putting up with you and your annoying family. Also, that laptop cost $20,000, and you and your parents will be paying that back.
What are you talking about? What laptop cost $20,000?
I told you that those laptops were specially designed so that I could do my work on them. You have no idea the kind of hardware that was inside of those things.
No, this can't be happening. You've got to be kidding me. I thought that you were just playing on that laptop every day. I didn't know you were actually working.
I told you that I was over and over again, but I am going to the police about this. I'm not going to let you get away with what you've done.
How could you treat your own niece like that?
What are you talking about, Nadia? She destroyed my property, so I went to the police.
But you still reported your own family to the police. You could have just come to me about this first.
You were the one that was mad at me for not letting her use my laptop in the first place. I warned you that I was getting to the end of my limit with my patience. And I heard all from Farah about how you described me as a freeloader. You told her that I was nothing but a leech on you all, even though the truth is the exact opposite. And that's why I have to ask you all to leave.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
I'm saying that all of this time I've been paying for rent, food, school supplies, everything. And despite all that I've been doing for you, you turn around and treat me like this. I tried to be patient with you, but I can't take this any longer.
Wait, no, please, this is all just a big misunderstanding.
No, it isn't. I'm only saying what's true and you know it. You were the one that lost your job and then came running to me looking for a place to live. You should have been more responsible. Didn't you realize that you have a kid to take care of?
But we didn't think that we'd get caught. That's why we've been pretending to go to work every morning.
Well, how about you stop pretending to go to work and you actually find a job? I'm not going to be putting up with you anymore. It is high time that you both move out and learn to take care of yourselves. I'm going to give you until the end of the week to move all of your things. But just know that I'm going to be watching you all very closely until then. Do you understand? After that, Nadia, her husband, and Farah all left to go and live at the husband's parents' house. Apparently, however, the word that those two had been fired had reached even Nadia's in-laws. Her husband's parents agreed to let the two of them move in, but on the condition that they started working right away. The parents actually even reached out to me to offer to pay for the damages to my laptop if I dropped the charges against Farah. They apologized to me for the trouble that their son's family had caused and promised to keep them on a very, very short leash until they learned to behave. But since they lived out in the countryside, the only work for Nadia and her husband was tilling the fields or working in a factory. Even Farah gets put to work on the weekends. Although, if I can be honest, my work laptops were already starting to get quite old, and I was thinking of replacing them for a while. I had already copied all of my files on them to another hard drive and was looking into getting a replacement for everything. So, in a way, this worked out in my favor. But that's a story that I think I'll keep for myself. As for my sister and her family, I just hope that a little bit of real work and careful supervision from the parents, grandparents, will do them some good. And if not, then at least they'll be too far away from me to bother me now. So either way, I suppose it's a win-win for me. Again.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, Let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Mallory, this is your mother. You need to wire $1,000 into my bank account right away. And just to make myself clear, I do not mean today, I do not mean this week, I do not mean whenever you can get around to it. I mean right this very instant. What's the rush? I just sent you some money a week ago. What happened to all of that? It wasn't anywhere near enough. I need an additional $1,000 right away, and I don't want to hear any more lip from you about it. Get yourself to the bank right now and send me the money. If you don't, the transfer won't get cleared in time for this weekend. Okay, if you're demanding $1,000 from me on top of the money I already sent you, then you owe me an explanation. What's going on this weekend that you need $1,000 for? What are you going to spend it on? Not that you deserve to know, but fine. I just got a call from Carl a few minutes ago. He told me that he wants to bring his fiancée by the house to introduce her to me. Not just that, he wants to come over this weekend. Apparently Saturday is the only day for the foreseeable future where they're both free. Wait a minute, did you just say fiancé? You mean to tell me my little brother is finally getting married? Well, aren't you clever? You figured that out all by yourself? In any case, I need to buy an entirely new outfit before she gets here. This is the woman that my dear precious son is going to spend the rest of his life with. I have to do my best to leave a good impression on her. Wow, that's so great to hear. I remember when we would play together in the sandbox in the backyard, and now he's getting married. I want to meet the lucky lady too. When were they planning on being at your place? I'll try to get there around the same time as them. What on earth are you going on about? I don't remember inviting you. Quite the contrary, I would never allow a pathetic college dropout like yourself to be anywhere near my home when they come over. Huh? His fiancée is a graduate of the same medical school as Carl. And what's more, her parents are wealthy entrepreneurs who run their own hospital. When I looked up the name of the hospital, I was blown away. It's one of the biggest in the state. They have world-class experts in multiple fields practicing there. They must have enough money to rival Elon Musk. Well, that certainly is an impressive family background. But I'm not understanding what the connection is between her family being rich and me not being allowed to meet her. Naturally, you wouldn't. You're far too stupid to make such a simple connection. Your brother Carl is a genius. He graduated at the top of his class and is already a prominent doctor at his young age. Likewise, his fiancée is a brilliant medical expert and the heiress to her family's hospital. And what are you, Mallory? You're nothing. All you are is an idiot who couldn't even make it through one lousy year of college before quitting. Excuse me? Did I not make myself clear? You do not deserve to be in the same room as Carl and his fiancée. If anything, you don't even belong on the same planet. There is no reason to subject either of them to someone of your lowly stature. Yeah, I'm still not getting the connection here. What does my educational attainment have to do with my brother getting married? I'm his sister, aren't I? All I want to do is meet the woman who's going to become my sister-in-law. And what gives you the right to deny me that opportunity? Silence, you petulant wretch! I am your mother, and I forbid you to come. End of discussion. Now stop wasting my time with your immature antics and rush down to the bank. You need to send me $1,000 before they close. Don't you dare show your face at my house this weekend. I'll call the police on you and have you arrested for trespassing.
Yo, Mallory! Hey, I've got great news for you. I'm getting married. I bet you never thought you'd see the day, huh? So yeah, I was gonna bring her to the house to introduce her to Mom, and I'd really love for you to meet her too.
Congratulations, Carl. I'm really happy for you. You're a bit late, though. I actually just heard about your engagement from Mom. She said you're bringing her by the house this weekend, right?
Oh, you mean you already knew? Man, why'd Mom have to go and spoil it? Ah, well, what's important is that you know. Are you free this weekend? Can you come down to Mom's house too? That way you can both meet her at the same time. I don't know when we'll be able to come back to town next. We're both pretty busy.
Yeah, about that. I'm sorry, Carl, but as much as I would love to come and see the two of you,
Right after Mom told me you were coming, she told me that I wasn't allowed to be there.
What?
Apparently, she thinks I don't deserve to meet her because you guys are both doctors and I dropped out of college. She also did a bit of digging into your fiancé's family, which only added more fuel to that fire. She's not just a doctor, she's a doctor who also happens to be the heiress to a wealthy family. Mom also called me stupid and idiot and told me that I don't deserve to live on the same planet as you.
I don't believe this! Is she still going on about that? How much longer is she gonna keep giving you crap about not finishing college?
It's not even about college or anything. She'd still treat me like this if I got a PhD. Ever since we were kids, you were always her favorite. You always got great grades. You had a ton of friends. You were great at sports. And now you're a graduate of a prominent medical school and working as a doctor.
My success doesn't give her the right to treat you like you're less than me, playing favorites with her own children. What is wrong with our mom, Mallory?
I don't know what's wrong with her, but she clearly thinks you're the best thing that's going right for her. I hear she's constantly bragging about you. You remember that necklace you bought her for her birthday? She went around to all the neighbors to show it off. She was like, "You remember my precious son Carl? You know, the elite doctor making tons of money? Check out this necklace he bought me. It must have cost him a fortune."
She knows exactly how much it costs. She was the one who was constantly pestering me to buy that thing for her. She does that all the time, too. She'll find something she wants online and constantly beg me to buy it for her. Then when I finally break down and do it, I never hear from her again until she finds the next thing she wants.
At least she tells you thank you when you get her stuff. She typically throws away the stuff I get for her. After sending me a barrage of vulgar texts telling me what an awful gift it was, mind you.
My God, Mallory, I think we have the deep misfortune of being born to a soap opera character.
Right? I mean, her favoritism is so over the top that it's almost funny.
I mean, really, who gives their kids crap over not going to college? She should see the research on how far the cost-effectiveness of university education has plummeted over the last few decades. About the only people who should go to college are people like me who need to go to get certified. And besides, you're doing plenty well for yourself even without having a college degree.
Yeah, and that's just not enough for our dear mother. She only loves us to the extent she can brag about us, and my lack of a college degree makes it harder for her to do that, I suppose.
She ought to be ashamed of herself. I'm embarrassed for her, honestly. Okay, so forget about her. We'll have to arrange for some other time for you to meet my fiancé. Do you know what your schedule looks like for the next few weeks? Let me know. One of us could always take the afternoon off to come and visit you.
No, I would hate for you to have to take time off because of me. I mean, an afternoon off for you would cost you enough money to buy a sports car, wouldn't it?
Okay, that is an exaggeration. I don't make that much money.
Maybe not, but I'll bet your fiancé has enough money in her account to buy an entire car company. Anyway, I'll send you my schedule. And if there's a conflict, I'll be the one to take time off, okay? Goodness me, Carl's fiancée was such a fine young lady. Everything about her was impeccable. The way she walked, the way she talked, it all shows that she's a well-educated girl from a high-class family. To think a girl as fine as her is going to be my daughter-in-law. It's like a dream come true. It sounds like you approve of her. That's good to hear. She does seem like a nice girl, doesn't she? Nice doesn't even begin to describe her. Don't insult her with your limited vocabulary. Carl says they're going to have the wedding sometime within the year. I can't wait. It's going to be the best day of my life. Me too. I'm going to have to make sure to keep my schedule open. Did he give you a rough idea of when the wedding was going to be? The sooner I know, the easier it will be for me to get time off. Yes, he told me when the wedding is going to be. Okay. Are you gonna, tell me when it is? Under no circumstances whatsoever. There is no place at your brother's wedding for you, so don't bother taking time off of work. You can just go and do whatever menial tasks they usually make you do. Really? Yes, really, and I think you know why. You were too stupid to get through college, but please tell me you're not stupid enough to make me explain myself here. I think I have a pretty good guess. It's because I dropped out of college, right?
Right you are, Mallory. Both the bride and groom are elite doctors who graduated from elite universities. That means the wedding guests will all be similarly elite, educated, wealthy people. There definitely won't be any other pathetic failure dropouts there besides you. It would be humiliating for you to be in such high-class company. It's for your own good that you stay home. I don't think Carl is implementing a college degree requirement for attendance at his wedding. Not to mention, I am his sister. But that's the reason you're telling me I can't come, huh? That's awfully petty and stupid. Their wedding is going to be quite a spectacle. Everything is going to be top-notch, from the decorations in the chapel to the live music during the reception. It will be the kind of event that you have to be highly educated to even understand how incredible it is. So it would all be a total waste on you. I can't allow Carl to waste any of his hard-earned money on someone who doesn't even know caviar from chicken nuggets. Whatever, I give up. You won't tell me the date for the wedding? Fine. I'll just go to work on that day like usual. Would that make you happy? Nothing you ever do could possibly make me happy. But I am relieved, though, to know you at least have the common decency to not ruin your brother's wedding. Mallory, are you there? I have a question for you. What do you want, Mom? What are your plans for tomorrow? Tomorrow? I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow, actually. It's a really busy time of year for us. Basically, everyone's putting in extra hours. Excellent! Excellent? Why? If you're going to be at work, that means you won't be able to sneak your way into the wedding. Huh? Don't tell me you forgot. Tomorrow is Carl's wedding. I know I told you not to come, but I thought for sure you'd try some underhanded way of coming against my wishes. I just wanted to make sure you were still planning to obey my orders. Yes, Mother dearest, as I told you before, I am not going to the wedding tomorrow. What did you think, I was lying to you about working? I wouldn't put it past you. You were oddly compliant when I told you not to come to Carl's wedding. I expected you to throw a tantrum like a spoiled little brat, but you simply gave in immediately. You can't blame me for being suspicious. I'm kind of done fighting with you anymore, Mom. There's no point in it. No matter what I say or do, you'll always look down on me because I dropped out of college. Meanwhile, you've showered Carl with love and affection for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste my breath on you anymore. You're free to think of me as you wish. I don't need your permission to see you for what you are. Now, I'm only going to tell you this one more time, so pay attention. You are not welcome at your brother's wedding tomorrow. Enjoy your menial, unskilled labor.
Tomorrow? What are you talking about? My wedding was yesterday.
What?
So you can stop obsessively telling Mallory not to come to my wedding tomorrow, because my wedding isn't tomorrow, it was yesterday.
The wedding was yesterday? Wait, why are you saying my wedding? This isn't Mallory, is it? Who are you?
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to startle you. It's me, Mom, your pride and joy, Carl. I happened to drop by Mallory's place just now and saw that you were talking by text, so I thought I'd borrow her phone for a moment.
Is it really you, Carl? What are you doing at Mallory's house?
I wanted to thank her for all her hard work in putting together the wedding yesterday. Thanks to her, we had the best wedding we could have possibly asked for, so I came by with a little gift to show my appreciation.
Carl, I don't understand. What do you mean the wedding was yesterday? That's impossible. Your wedding is tomorrow.
Sorry, Mom. The truth is, I need to apologize. I told you the wedding was tomorrow, but that was a lie.
A lie? You lied to me?
I did, Mom. The wedding was yesterday. I thought about it for a long time and decided that I didn't want you at the wedding. So I made a fake invitation just for you with the wrong date on it.
No, that can't be. What are you thinking, Carl? I am your mother. You can't have a wedding without the mother of the groom. Why would you do such a terrible thing to me?
It's simple. I wanted Mallory to come, but you were bound and determined to keep her away. I thought about just ignoring you and inviting her anyway, but I didn't want to have to deal with the chaos that could cause at our wedding. So, I had a choice to make. Have my mother at my wedding or have my sister at my wedding. Couldn't choose both of you, and so I chose Mallory.
That's ridiculous! Why wouldn't you choose me over her? Who was it who raised you,
Mallory did. That's why I invited her and not you.
What?
I know it couldn't have been easy for you being a single mother and all, but even still, you were always so caught up in work and everything else you wanted to do that you never paid any attention to us at all. Anytime you did talk to us, it was typically to complain about the fact that we even existed. You'd be like, if it weren't for you two, my life would be so much easier.
Did I say that?
Yeah, all the time. And whenever you got like that, the only person who was there to cheer me up was Mallory. She always had to take charge of things around the house while you were away at work or the bar. I'd say that Mallory changed more of my diapers than you ever did.
That's not true. I gave you all the love that you could possibly want from a mother. Especially you, Carl. I loved you more than anyone else in the entire world.
Love? That wasn't love. You treated me like some kind of a trophy. Only problem was you didn't earn me.
I don't understand.
You only started bragging to your friends about me after I started doing well in school. I'm pretty sure the first time you ever said the words "I love you" to me was after I got the best score in the class on a test in middle school. After that, you pulled out all the stops to spoil me. Up until then, it was nothing but, why did I have to get stuck with you two brats? And I wish I had never married that jerk and had you two. It was quite the change in attitude, and practically overnight.
I don't think I ever said anything that terrible.
Believe me, you said much worse to us. Then you started bragging about things I hadn't even done yet. You told your friends I got accepted into the private school you made me apply for before I even took the test. Then you told them that I was going to go to med school before I even decided on my undergraduate program. It was all because you wanted to show me off to everyone. To you, I was nothing more than an expensive car or luxury designer handbag.
Carl, how could you think that way about me? All I ever did was believe in your potential. And I was right, wasn't I? Your sister had to drop out of college because she couldn't handle it, but you went all the way.
You think she wanted to drop out of college? She had to. That was around the time you signed me up for the entrance exam at that private high school, right? It was obvious that I wasn't going to be able to pass on my own, so she quit college to take a job as a private tutor. She did that specifically so she could get all the practice materials that only professionals have access to. That's the only reason I was able to get into that school.
Wait, she was a tutor? I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. You never took any interest in her career at all, did you? Do you even know what she's doing right now?
Well, I suppose she's still working as a private tutor?
Meh, wrong. She changed jobs years ago. She's working as a wedding planner now.
She is?
Yeah, she quit working as a tutor as soon as I passed the entrance exam for med school. She said that she wanted to finally do what she had always wanted to do. And it's thanks to her that our wedding yesterday was such a massive success. Me and my wife are always on call, so we never had much of a chance to sit down and plan anything. So she communicated with both of us by text and did most of the planning all by herself. And get this, she wouldn't even take a commission. It was all I could do to get her to accept compensation for the time she spent planning everything for us.
That was quite generous of her.
Generous doesn't begin to describe the kind of person she is. Mallory has always been there for me in middle school, high school, university, and even to this very day. So how could I have a wedding without her?
Well, be that as it may, I am still your mother. There's no justification whatsoever for you to have your wedding without me. That was completely out of line, young man.
You know what else is out of line? The way you talk down on Mallory for dropping out of college when you dropped out of high school.
What?
That's right, Mom. I know all about it. You did your best to hide it, but I know that you dropped out of high school the very day you turned 16.
How?
Grandma told me back when we were kids.
She told you? Why would she do that to me? She had no business telling you.
Don't change the subject, Mom. This is about you and your behavior. So do you have anything to say for yourself?
Carl, you have to understand.
No, I really don't. You told Mallory she wouldn't fit in at my wedding because she dropped out of college. But unfortunately for you, my actual criteria was a high school diploma or GED. Sorry, Mom, that means you don't qualify.
But...
And that's all I have to say to you, so I'm gonna give Mallory her phone back now. Now, let me make one thing perfectly clear to you. You did this to yourself. You are not gonna give Mallory any crap about me not inviting you to the wedding. That was my decision, and my decision alone.
Carl, wait, please. Please, can't we talk? Not by text. Let's talk on the phone, all right? I'm not angry at you for lying to me about your wedding, honest. All I want to do is talk to you for a little while. Won't you please answer your phone?
I don't feel much like talking to you right now. Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't call or text me for a long time after this.
No!
Goodbye, Mom.
Mallory, I need some more money from you. The money you sent me last month is already gone. From now on, I need you to send me $1,000 on the first day of every month. And don't be late.
Are you serious?
If you don't like it, then I'll just have to move in with you. Those are your two options, so make your choice.
Hold it right there, Mom. What is the matter with you? I'm not sending you any money, and I am definitely not letting you live with me.
I don't have any other options, though. Carl won't talk to me anymore. My plan is ruined.
Your plan?
I was planning on asking Carl and his wife to send me some money every month after they get married. They're both doctors, and her family is incredibly wealthy. They can afford a measly $1,000 a month. But Carl blocked my number before I got the chance to ask him.
Wow, that is some plan, living off your son's success.
The last time we spoke, he said that if I didn't start treating you better, that he would never speak to me again. He won't even let me meet my grandchildren. Can you believe that? After all that I've done for him, this is how he repays me?
Ironic, isn't it? You poured all of your love and affection onto him, and then he ends up cutting off contact with you.
I should have known better than to put my faith in him. Men are all the same. Carl abandoned me just like his creep of a father. That's why us girls have to stick together, right, Mallory? You'll never turn your back on me like Carl, right?
I don't like where this is going.
I'm sorry for being so cold to you all these years, darling, but now I finally see the truth. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. I'm so proud to have a hard-working, trustworthy daughter like you. Let's put Carl behind us and live the rest of our lives together in peace and harmony.
Sorry, Mom. No can do. I'm leaving the country next month.
You are?
Yep. Carl's wedding was my magnum opus. There's no way I'll ever top that, so now it's time for me to chase a new dream, becoming a success in another country. I've been going to a language school after work for the last several years. I'm fluent in French, Spanish, Italian, German, and Portuguese. The world is my oyster, and I'm gonna go find me some pearls.
You mean you're going to leave me here by myself? You're all I have, Mallory.
Then I guess you're out of luck because I've already bought my tickets.
Well, when are you coming back?
I don't know. I was thinking never, actually.
Never?
Have a nice life, Mom. Or don't. Either way, it makes no difference to me. Au revoir, adios, ciao, bye-bye. I blocked my mom's number immediately after that last text. Then 1 month later, I boarded my flight and set off for my new life. Carl tells me that Mom is still doing everything possible to get him to talk to her, but he just ignores her every time. She tried going to some of her relatives for support, but they all told her the same thing. You did this to yourself. Her troubles didn't end there, however. Remember how she had a nasty habit of bragging about things Carl hadn't done yet?
Well, it turns out she had been telling the neighbors that her rich son and his billionaire wife were going to build a brand new house for her. Needless to say, that hasn't materialized yet. She's so embarrassed about everyone knowing she's a big fat liar that she barely even leaves her house anymore these days.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.